Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fast Times Extra Credit. I'm going to be your host, Persephone, the DM of Fast Times at D&D High, joined by the lovely people that I torture on a daily basis. Nuance.
Hi, I'm Nuance. I play Sir Sista. I don't dress all in drab in real life.
Caro.
Hello, I'm Caro. I play Ollie, and in real life, I'm a paladin.
Elise.
Hi, I'm Elise. I play Hudson, and in real life, I am just as pretty.
That's
accurate. Right. That's true. No, that's true.
Wren.
Hi, I'm Wren, and I play Cecil, and I would love to promise you that I won't leave everybody on red, but all these folks know that's not true.
And last but certainly least, we have Derrick.
Hi, I'm behind the scenes on most things, and for once, I don't care how much noise anyone makes, how much chair movement they do, and how much mouth noise they have.
You know, yes, you still do.
Yes, I still do, okay?
Still do.
Okay.
Still gonna annoy
I'm dealing
you.
With it.
Derrick is our audiomancer, our great wizard behind the scenes, and is a large, if not the only reason that our production quality is so high. So, everyone. I am so glad to finally be having this live stream. The outpouring of support since the Critter Hug special aired has been absolutely incredible. And we want to start this with a special announcement. Now, the giveaway winners will be drawn and announced at the end of the live stream. But for now, I would like to announce that for the next 2 weeks until September 16th, Fast Times at D&D High will update weekly on Wednesdays. That means that episode 6 and episode 7 will be coming out over the next 2 weeks. We also plan to start the after school special, which is our commentary show for our Patreon viewers at some point. They may not come out concurrently with the episodes because we're still figuring out the logistics of it, but it will be coming out very shortly after, if not at the same time. Now, without any further ado, let's get started on this lovely little Q&A we have. I have a list of questions given to us by Facebook and Discord users. If you want to check out the Discord, Fast Times does have its own. Wren, what's the link? Or
the link is a series of letters. The easiest way to go to it is to go to our Twitter in our pinned post. That's the problem with all Discords is the invite is
like,
or we can get
at the internet.
BV47 something.
Live stream hangman.
It would be so impressive if you knew that though, Ren. If you're just like, oh yeah, it's like XY248755.
I keep
Well, it's
forgetting
always
that Discord's
different.
weird.
I have to refresh the invite periodically and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But you know what
One
I can
more- oh,
do?
sorry.
I can put it into our live stream information thing right now. So
Please do. Thank you so much, Ren.
I just tossed it into chat too.
Cool. One thing that we do need to discuss is that there may be spoilers for episode 5 in this live stream. We will try our best to avoid it, but it's very difficult, especially since we are so far ahead and we already have enough things in our head that we need to not talk about. Which means that some of the questions that we received through the Q&A form we cannot answer, unfortunately, because spoilers, #spoilers. But it should still be entertaining either way. Now, everyone ready to get started?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
fear.
All right. Let's see. The first question that we're going to ask, because I love it, even though it might be a spoiler.
Just
Everyone.
talked about
I know, but I'm not sure anyone actually knows. Everyone, where does the third sword go?
Oh my god. Well, I'll tell you when you're older.
I know the answer. I know the answer. The dishwasher.
Ren, what's the answer? The dishwasher.
That's good.
The
I've
third
seen
sword is
One
a
Piece.
toothbrush.
Suri sure doesn't know where it goes and definitely has not written any fanfic about third swords and going anyplace. Promise. What's even fanfic? Who knows?
Certainly.
You
not about
know,
her new
that's
husband.
a great transition because we got several questions for Nuance relating to Suri's fanfic. You know that a lot of people identify with that aspect of your character, and the questions we have are, what's your most recent fanfic about? What blogs do you follow? Do you post to a website? Do you post to a blog, like, you know, archaic times? Do you write /fic or het pairings, or is this a fully constructed thing of your imagination and not actually fanfic?
So all of Suri's posts go up on fanlove.net, which is, I kind of like to imagine it kind of much like AO3, but with just some old-fashioned fanfic.net pit of voles in there, because I'm an old, and you know what? I don't even care at this point. So she doesn't actually have a blog. She does have a Christagram, though. And her
Suri wasn't
most...
taken?
Yeah, no, she didn't go for Suri, which is how she figured it out.
It's a spoiler.
I was gonna point that out.
Wait, is that a spoiler?
Yes.
Damn it.
This
Damn
is
it.
Hold
our
on.
rule.
I thought that was in episode 5. I'm sorry. I'm bad at
Fine.
this. Ignore
Wait, hold
me,
on.
everyone.
We did a spoiler. Everybody take a drink.
Woo!
Okay, every time we'll
I
do
don't
this.
have alcohol though. I have this amazing beverage,
God damn it! I can't
Dr.
believe.
Pepper with cream
Ren,
soda.
every time there's a spoiler, you have to text somebody back.
That is some bullshit.
I
Someone's
love
waiting
how I
20
was
years
just
for
like
this.
before this was like no spoilers whatsoever, none. And then of course I'm the first one to break the fucking rules. God damn
Well,
it!
You know.
Well, you're
Oh.
in charge, so
It's
you know,
relatively minor.
You can do whatever
see what
you
it
want.
is later.
You look great
Yeah,
doing
it's-
it. That's
it's
all that
different when
matters.
I
I'm
do
very
it.
pretty.
So Suri is finally bringing her epic fanfic to an end. She's been writing in the universe of the what's it called? Not Pierce.
Pierced heart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pierce Heart. All right, I was getting that confused with the name of the fanfic. So her fanfic is called Cold Iron Arrows. It is a WLM. I'm so. What is that? Because it's about 2 of the school's founders, and I'm not going to say more in case that's a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler. Cold Iron Arrows was mentioned in the intro, and Pierce Heart has been mentioned, and it's a background thing. You can talk about it.
Okay, so it's a very romantic movie. Hudson, she's definitely going to make you sit down and watch it sometime. And there will be crying about 2 of the school's founders, and one of whom dies in the other's arms. And it's
Spoilers.
God.
Fuck, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god.
Drink, everyone. Fucking
Derrick.
Nuance, ruin the movie.
No.
Go.
When I was coming up with the background information for Cisternia, I made up this movie that is basically the in-universe equivalent of the Titanic. Because, fun fact, originally Fast Times was going to be a very 90s game. And that died as soon as I realized that, even in a, modern fantasy setting, I can't live without smartphones. So, but it is the story of 2 of the companions of Isadiah Varnum, one of whom has only briefly been mentioned, who died. They were lovers. One died in the War of the Fell that, is in the background of the story. And this is all things like that, if they haven't been mentioned in game directly, will be in promotional materials sometime soon.
Yeah.
We will definitely have stuff up about the founders. It's really not a spoiler at all.
So I've memorized this information at this point because Ollie was so embarrassed that he didn't know all this information that I went out of game and memorized all the lore docs. One of them is not actually a school founder. Only one of them is a school founder. The other one is not a school founder.
Well, actually.
Well, actually.
Actually,
Excuse me.
one of the schools is named after them. Havisham
Yes,
is named after
exactly.
the fallen
Havisham
hero.
was named
Yeah.
after, but he was dead. So
Yeah, he was dead, so he didn't get to do shit. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So was it a little weird that Suri was writing like smutty fanfic about one of her school's founders? Maybe a little. Did she just not think about it? Maybe a lot. She had written plenty of fic before. Most of that was Jen. She probably only started getting into writing spicy things in the last year or so. She's got actually a pretty decent following. Nobody who knows who she actually is because please don't connect those 2. That would be terrible. And her dear friend Chinchillax, who, if you have listened to the most recent episode, you got to hear a little more from, does fan art for her, and he's also a pretty big name, so, or they, or she, I don't know.
Whoever they are.
Chinchillax uses he, him pronouns, and has told you as such. I think that's mentioned in the first conversation. Yeah.
No,
So I think you're fine.
I don't fucking know. I only listen to everything.
Well, I listened to that episode
late,
about
he's
2.5
irrelevant.
times yesterday, so we're good.
We're good.
It's he. Derrick and I both, I think. Episode 5 burned into our brains.
Oh, my
Had some
fucking- my
issues with
fucking
episode
God.
5. Episode 5 was probably the spawn of Satan, actually. And
I
it's partially my
haven't.
fault.
I've never spent so much time. Not even before fucking whatever bullshit happened at 2 a.m. Just like all the retakes and edits and readjustments.
Oh, yeah.
Boy,
Okay.
it's so good. It's so good.
we
It's
talk
such a
about
great
that?
episode.
So, fun fact,
We should probably
everybody.
Talk about something a little happy.
I have to admit to so there's this little thing about me which is known as I'm a perfectionist and I'm kind of a stickler for
What?
things.
You?
I hadn't noticed.
Guys,
Sounds
every time
so-
Persephone
sounds
says something groundbreaking, we drink.
That's fair.
What?
This is
Hate
it.
Oh
all
my-
of you.
I'm gonna faint. Oh.
I'm
Okay.
gonna run out of drink soon.
So here's the deal.
Same though.
Originally, Hudson's mother did not have that voice. When we first recorded episodes, I think 1 through 5, Tythesia sounded like this. And she was all British and breathy and very, very happy to see you. And it was only because I had been trying desperately to get a Jennifer Coolidge-esque voice down so that I could voice her that way, and I just couldn't get it. And then once actually when we were recording episode 5, I finally just launched into it, and I realized, well, I could re-record this and have it be easier and keep the same voice, or I could put us all through hell and do all those retakes for every line Typhesia has ever had and keep the voice that I wanted.
Who the
And
fuck
that's
is
what
us
we did.
all? You were just own it. Just be like, yo, that jerk in the corner.
No,
here.
everyone
We're
here
gonna
agreed.
hang
Everyone
out.
here agreed. Everyone did. Don't leave me hanging, y'all, please.
It sounds so
We
good
did.
though.
Yeah.
did.
No, it's very yeah.
It's
And
I
thus
can't-
Typhesia lover's voice was born,
Well,
sweetie.
The first time you sent it
Mwah.
in, it was way too breathy. You sent me like in the microphone, and then
Yeah. I ain't perfect.
the only thing that
Sounds fake.
sucks is that one of Typhesia's best lines did not get redone in
Which
the
one was
new
that?
ones. When Hudson
Oh
shows
my
his
God.
mother
The
the toothbrush, Typhesia's original line was, "Oh, that cleans me out so good." that
I'm so mad that I
was
didn't
not
redo that line. How did I not redo that line?
I
You
don't
have
know.
to Fix that.
It's really funny.
It's because episode 5 retakes happened a dozen times over the course of 4 weeks.
I will
Like,
be honest, I probably spent about 24 actual hours re-recording lines for Typhesia up until episode 5. Thankfully,
amount of
from this
time-
point on, it's fixed.
The amount of time you sent me something, you're like, "This is done," and I went, "Actually, you missed a few more lines," and then we kept at it.
Have I mentioned I despise Derrick?
Yeah.
I
That
don't
was in
know
the
how I
prologue.
would have content warning to that line.
Probably.
Inappropriate use of dental wear.
That
Oh,
really
no.
freaks me out. I wish I had kept that
No.
line. I'm so sad. Oh well.
What's our
Going
next question?
next
Yeah.
question.
Forgot my dad's listening to this. Oh.
Well,
Hi.
I'm sorry. Your dad now knows that you talk about sex stuff. Anyway,
Your dad?
so
Everybody's
next-
parents have toothbrushes, Derrick. It's totally normal.
some of them vibrate
Oh, my
even.
weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
battery powered.
Great Q&A, everyone. I'm just gonna.
So everyone, except Derrick, this one excludes you pretty much.
Yes,
Um,
Derrick.
yeah, Derrick.
What was character creation like, and were any of you like your characters in high school?
I was a very cool high schooler. I was very cool all of the time.
Nuance, do not make me snort alcoholic seltzer, please, for the love of Christ.
That was rude, is all I'm saying. I could have been cool. None of you knew me back then. I could have been.
Was I born back then?
Infant.
I'm the youngest person on this podcast.
Wow.
We're all gonna ground
How
it.
do you want to moderate this, Effie? Do you want to like point to us and tell us whose turn it is?
Sure. Nuance, since you were already talking, go ahead.
Finish.
So actually, my character creation for Surrey came in 2 parts because I played in the original Fast Times. I'm also.
Ooh, they don't know about that.
You've mentioned it. You've mentioned it a couple times.
We'll go into it after, but keep going.
Yeah. I'm the reason that we ended up using the standard array because I roll stupid high for things. I in fact had to take a video of all the dice I was rolling for stats to be like, I swear to God, Steffi, I am not cheating. But at the time, I wanted to play against type. Steffi's like, hey, we're gonna play this game. I'm like, I'm gonna play a rogue assassin, or maybe a warlock, or maybe a bard. And I'm like, wait, no, what if, like, for once I played not those things? So I decided, I've never played a cleric, I'll play a cleric. And then I was like, well, if I'm just gonna play against type entirely, what if I played a cinnamon roll? Ooh, all right, that's a stretch. And went with that. As for in high school, I was a different kind of nerd than Suri. I wasn't quite that shy. I was theater, choir, all that kind of nerd, anime. But I was all up on the fan fiction. And if you know certain things in certain places, you can find Nuance's high school fan fiction. I'm not sharing. I don't like any of you that much.
On Gaia Online.
I'll find
I
it
never played that.
someday.
Live journal.
Yeah, Nuance, I can't possibly imagine seeing fan fiction that you wrote.
New Patreon goal:
I
hire
know what you-
us a private detective to find all Nuance's high school everything.
I'll do it. Don't think I won't. Anyway,
Also, we
Wren,
didn't
let's
have
get
live
into-
journal in high school.
Wow, that's
They have? Did they have the internet?
Look, bitch.
Did you have calculators? Did you use abacuses?
I was
Wow.
a freshman in '96. We had the internet. I
Listen.
looked up a lot of Sailor Moon pictures on it.
I am.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I am 29. There is a time limit on how long I can make these jokes, and it's about 3 months from now.
I didn't have a T91. She had a T15.
I was kind of
Bright
treading
boobs.
water there for a second for a number of reasons. One was that my pug had found his way into the hallway and was barking, and my microphone was picking it up, so I had to be muted. He's very cute. He loves me.
Aw,
He
great.
hates when I stream. Anyway, also, Nuance. I would like to give you a high five in old, because I was a freshman in '97.
Hey!
So we're like, same,
Senior citizens.
what the fuck?
Back in my day.
First grade in '97.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Wow.
Derrick, all next episode, all I'm gonna do is roll my stone dice on the fucking table.
Yep. Wait, I've got mine right next to me. Let's just make
We
some
don't
thumping.
have birds, but we're gonna buy birds. We're just gonna have them in the room while we're recording.
Oh my gosh! So what episodes were those, Derrick? That was episodes 3 and 4. I had to record all of my lines
All of
again
them.
because there was some
Birds.
fucking bird
Yeah.
outside my window, just right there, just fucking
We
screaming at me.
literally moved from mic issues with Elise and Caro to birds, because I have it's just pages of audio notes where I'm just making Alfred Hitchcock references, because I cut birds and birds and birds. Great, right time.
And I love birds. You can see. My
You can
fucking
see.
screen name is Atomic Firebird,
Yeah.
but I don't love that.
Yeah.
Is it Atomic Firebird? Because I believe we heard something else one time.
So
Say it. Say it.
I'm gonna say it as an answer to Michael.
I think you're
Wayne's
Oh.
muted again,
question.
baby.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Your
Ren, your
mic's
audio's
off.
The
gone.
truth is just
It was
been
fading for a bit too.
wow.
Will we figure that out? Do we want to talk
Yeah,
about
Ren, you
Yeah.
figure out your audio, and we'll move on to Caro.
Ha! Damn it. You next.
So character creation for me was I joined the team last. So I was given some parameters for character creation, which were you should probably make a bad kid. You're the bad kid. And within the limits of what that might or might not be. But someone also I had the idea that I wanted to make a character who was eminently relatable for what might be a cis male listenership, because that was something that was
Explain
there.
that to me, because this is the first time I'm hearing this.
really well.
Yeah.
So I was the last person to join the podcast because I think that they were looking for
Okay. I can clarify this for everyone. Okay,
Sure.
so
We-
Caro
yeah.
might have been the last to join, because the original cast member that was in Caro's position decided that they could not handle it. They had, a lot going on, or he had a lot going on. And I asked Caro as a long shot because let me just say, asking Caro last was not because of, not wanting Caro on the cast. asking Caro last was because I didn't think there was a chance in hell I would get them to agree to be in something that I was creating, because Caro is in our area, like, just known for doing everything and everything. They are a professor. They are just games all the time. Like, they are incredibly professional. I didn't think there was a chance in hell that they would agree. And when this person left the cast, I was like, okay, on a long shot chance that I can actually get them to agree, I'm going to ask Caro because I adore them and they're so talented. And then Caro agreed. And so originally I was looking for someone who was, you know, someone who could fit a cis male slot, because I don't know if you know this, but we're all queer, not men. In general, even if our characters sometimes are. So I was just like, maybe we should have something that, you know, grounds the audience in like the familiar, because like,
Yeah.
say what you want, but like, as much as I, you know, want to be like rah fuck men, like there is a large portion of the audience, and I also wanted there to be some sort of positive, like non-toxic male representation, or something that could grow to non-toxic male representation on the show, because that's important too.
Agreed.
Which I didn't mean to communicate that to you as in you had to play cis male, because like by the time I was like, oh my god, Caro agreed, that idea was out the fucking window. I didn't care anymore because you had joined the game.
Fuck dudes, we have Caro.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
basically like, whatever, I have Caro, I'm happy.
I like to like figure out what niches need to be filled and then like create characters to support that kind of play. Is my partner. So I wanted to do that a little bit with Ollie. And then am I anything like my character in no, absolutely not. Like well, I mean, like there's things that Ollie and I overlap on now, but like in high school, I was actually a lot more like Suri than I was like Ollie. And I feel like the only points in which Ollie and I overlap are some of our artistic inclinations, but like we don't travel in the same circles. We don't have the same ideas. Like I was like, so Ollie is like straight edge, but obviously he like runs with a criminal crowd. I just had no exposure to anything even remotely like that in my high school experience. I was such a like straight edge little bean, like you know, I was very much not like Ollie, but yeah, I really enjoy playing the character.
We'll move to your lovely partner, Elise, then.
So character creation for me is normally a very simple affair. I don't normally get too crazy with it at first, but I'll start with a very, very basic concept, and I was like, the jock. And then I work my way out from there. So I wanted to play the jock because I am not a jock myself.
Show us your guns.
Huh?
Show us your guns.
Oof. Every time Elise shows the guns, take a drink.
I mean, you
Yeah,
gotta. The
I'm
thirst hit.
waiting at a drink.
Too hot in here.
Make me look like I have noodles over here.
What's wrong with noodles?
Noodles are delicious.
They taste good, but they're pretty limp.
They're adjacent
Oh,
to
that's a
Rick.
penis thing. Oh, that's
Sad.
Oh, noodles, not here to fill niches. So, so that was basically it for Hudson. And then the name Hudson came from Rock Hudson, who was just sort of one of those quintessential like classic male characters. And I was like, okay, I'll name him Hudson, and then he'll be this person. And then the other inspiration I had for him was the dog from Up.
I see it now.
Also, you had inspiration from a K-pop idol, right?
I wanted him to be like,
Appearance-wise.
yeah, I wanted him to look like a K-pop star, and I was just like, I don't actually know a whole lot about K-pop myself. I'm sort of very tangentially in it because I have friends that are obsessed with K-pop, and then I just learn about it through osmosis. And I was just like, oh, I'll hit up one of my K-pop friends and be like, fine, can you send me like a very athletic sort of sporty K-pop person? And then they sent me Jungkook, and that is now my Hudson's sort of avatar person. I am a little bit like Hudson, my high school self. We are both aggressively friendly, and were aggressively friendly. Although for me, it was more like emphasis on aggressive. I was just very aggressive as a child. I have slowly.
Just to let everyone here know, Elise's superpower is being able to charm anyone. And I'm not kidding. So Elise and I have worked together at 2 separate jobs, and we have been friends for many years. I have watched Elise just charm person after person after person until she is surrounded by a group of people who all want her attention. It is terrifying. The only other person I know who can match that is Nuance. And those are the 2 most charismatic people I know. Like, it's terrifying.
So I didn't used to be charming. I used to just be very forceful, and people would just have to be my friend and deal with it. So like Hudson does it kind of by accident just because he doesn't know any better. He just assumes people are his friend, and I'm like, you're my friend. And that's it. That's the end of the conversation.
This is how you amass, like, just a friend group of bottoms in high school, isn't it?
I mean, you know, look who's on the podcast.
Excuse you!
Anyone makes a bottom joke, take a drink.
Fucking A. If you are a bottom, take a drink.
Have you just...
Oh, bread drink! Bread drink! Okay. We'll explain the bread thing later, by the way.
Right.
We're gonna go to Wren, but please ignore the fact that I'm just casually eating raw lemons on the live stream. Anyway, Wren!
So, my audio seems to be fine on this end. I think what was going wrong for you all is that Zoom had decided to do auto fade me out. I changed that.
It was real dramatic.
It was...
Yeah.
Zoom is fun. Anyway, in terms of character creation, we started creating Cecil in December, was our first character creation meeting. And that first meeting was Elise and Peter and I, who were the original folks from Wrath of the Open Water, our home game that Steffi pulled. And then Nuance joined us shortly thereafter, and then Caro after that. But I play a cleric in Wrath, and I was trying to go just different style of magic from that, really. In terms of high school me, I would be lying if I didn't say that Cecil is a lot like me in high school. Aforementioned, being in high school in the late 90s, early aughts, I didn't have a cell phone, so I couldn't leave anyone on red, but I'm sure I would have.
You never do that now.
But
Never. You absolutely never, ever do that.
I'm busy!
Or
We
mute
love
the
you.
messages.
We love you. We love you. Let me be clear.
We do love you.
Let's see. I definitely was a very similar style of nerd to Cecil, where Cecil is not the, like, I'm super smart and have good grades kind of nerd. Cecil is the, I'm gonna go watch, what was it, Space Voyage Deep Star 7 by myself in my room. Deep Space Nine. Xena. Yep. So, yeah, I'm playing on a lot of teenage Wren's angst and stuff. I think it's funny. I don't know. Maybe it's sad, but I amuse myself.
In some ways, what a lot of people have brought up is that, like, this is a sort of catharsis for things that they went through in high school, even if the characters are different than who they are, which is definitely something that, I like to capitalize on, because it's really good, even if I am, being the source of emotional and physical pain for these characters, that we can use this as sort of a way to reclaim something that was lost back then,
Yeah. In terms of, I feel like if I were to make teenage Wren a character in this game, they'd probably be a ranger instead of a druid. But I decided really liked that anxiety reaction of, because okay, I'm gonna be real here. I don't like the druid class. I never really have. So I wanted to do it in a way that made me like it, because I hate beast shape. And I was like, wait, no, what if beast shape is a stress response? So I'm just kind of like taking Druid and kind of twisting it into an interesting thing for me to try to play. So that was my character creation process.
I love that.
Me
I think
too.
that's so
Good.
cool.
It's so
It
cool.
will probably never screw you over in the future either.
Not at all. Absolutely not. I don't do nothing with this information. So that Derrick doesn't feel, left out. Derrick, which of the PCs do you think you were the most like in high school?
Boy.
Also, I believe we got a question in the chat about what kind of character you would make if you were to join the campaign.
Is he allowed to be anything but a bard?
Actually, I mean, that may have been the closest to me in high school. I was big in band, big in theater, and I had no off switch. Like, I was completely the cringiest fucking kid that
We
ever,
need to be
like,
taking a drink for the shock value.
you just go down the no. I mean, I figured out how to be a person somewhere in college. Like, the level of enthusiasm about insects was the same, but I was also into just like fucking Polaroid photography, and then did brass covers of Beatles songs on top.
So
of
you
that.
were like Cecil Hudson Cecil.
Yes, we're like, yeah. Also, I wasn't very smart either, so I would say that I was I was Hudson's intelligence without his charm. That would have been me in school. wasn't coolest. Yeah. As for what character I would make, I don't know. I don't even know where I'd start with that.
Well, maybe there will be a reason for people to find out. Maybe.
No idea what you're talking about.
Cough,
I can't
Moving
possibly
on.
imagine a single
Anyway.
situation
Plug,
in which that would
cough.
happen.
Anyway,
It has to be some insane situation.
make sure that, but completely unrelated, make sure that you are a patron on our Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway,
No reason.
no reason whatsoever. So, let's go down the list. Okay, so this is a dangerous question. I'm going to ask it. You cannot give details unless this is aired already. But what is your favorite episode out of the first 10? I know that, so a peek behind the screen, we only have rough drafts up to maybe 9.
I just started 9 like last week.
So we don't exactly know what 10 is. Sessions are very strange because like the sessions don't necessarily coordinate with how many episodes. I think there was one session we got 3 episodes out of.
We split episode 3 into 2 episodes, and then we renamed them 3 times, and that still hasn't fucking not screwed us up.
Mm-hmm. So going around, what's everyone's favorite episode? You can expound upon it a little bit if it's aired. If not, well, our viewers will just have to suffer.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Wren, go ahead.
Today's episode 5, absolutely. That entire scene with Hudson and the cell phone had me fucking dying every time. And the music Derrick put in there, and the sound effects, and I just every time. Okay, so I had to listen to that episode several times for going
Reasons.
through it. But every time it got to touch my butt, I just fucking guffawed.
That was great.
It also had good character moments, some good stuff going on with Suri. It was the first time that Ollie and Cecil got to have a little, one-on-one. So it had everything, I thought. Episode 5.
Derrick.
Episode 8. Not going to clarify any more other than it's episode 8, hands down. Yeah.
Yep. Nuance.
Oof. Episode 9 and episode 6.
That's not fair. I haven't made episode 9 yet. You don't know that for sure.
There is like a rough draft of episode 9.
No, there isn't.
There isn't, not that we have seen.
I just started.
We know what it starts
Ah.
with though. So
No, it is.
that's still a valid answer.
I'm pretty sure there's something. Anyway, I really love a chunk of episode 6, but I really like how it bleeds into today's episode 5. It's gonna sound selfish. So I love all of Ollie's reaction to Hudson's house every minute of it.
So just relatable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Caro and I have talked about how our backgrounds and childhoods kind of, I had something very close to Ollie's and they had something very close to Surrey's. So I could really just be like, oh yeah, no. I remember how I felt going to my like middle class friends' houses to see something like that. I would have been exactly right there with them. I also really liked Surrey's section though. We are just kind of spoiling it a little. So Surrey gets like the teen girl makeover, but it's a real, and this gets explored a little more, but it's a general subversion because she doesn't walk down, she doesn't like suddenly change and everything is perfect. She's still just the tiny, shy, awkward duckling. That she's in nice clothes doesn't change anything. And I really like how she makes a point to mention she really likes her scales. These version, one of those things that sets her apart from kind of the human standard. That was something I put in there specifically to address teenage nuanced race fields, where the further away you were from Western beauty standard, the harder it was to feel good about yourself. So here, she was told everybody should know how to do your complexion. Your scales are beautiful. Like, I felt it was a really affirming moment for people who didn't necessarily get that kind of thing in high school or didn't have movies about them. So I'm just like, I love this so much.
I relate to that hard.
Every time Nuance makes us cry, have a drink.
Nuance is very good at playing up on emotional feels. Elise, how about you?
I agree with Derrick, episode 8.
Yeah.
Caro?
We'll find out why.
I also am an episode 8 stan. Episode 8 is amazing, and people can look forward to some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Next question.
Hey, I get to answer this one. Episode 8 is so good, but I really do like episode 7.
Bum, bum, bum.
It is awesome.
There's video out there somewhere of me stressing the fuck out of a certain part of episode 7 that you are all very aware of how I feel about.
What?
Anyway,
There's
moving
a lot of
on.
screaming in episode 7, I'll tell you that much.
So there's a question in chat that I want us all to communicatively answer from Kyle Ham. Because this has come up a few times, and I was actually surprised it didn't come up in our QA form. How much of this podcast is scripted and how much is improv? The reality is, it's all improv. All of it. It's all improv. There's nothing scripted. We do line retakes for lines that we screw up while we're improving. That's it. It's not scripted. None of the podcast is scripted, except for certain things that I say. Sometimes I will pre-write descriptions or, information about characters and stuff. But there's no set script. We're never reading from a list of dialogue. We're never doing anything like that.
We are just that good. We are really good at group mind.
It's so
It's incredible.
Unfortunately, with the standard that we set for production value on this podcast, sometimes lines get garbled, or sometimes me moves her chair in the middle of a line and has to redo it. But that's ultimately all that we do. Everything that you hear and see, hear, is all improv. It's just a D&D game. Like it is straight up a D&D game.
I've played in a lot of actual plays on the internet at this point, and I do really think that one of the big differences here is that, and I don't know if this comes across in all of our stuff, but we're all, even though we're all on different screens from each other right now, we're all local friends. Mm-hmm. We've been playing in LARPs or tabletops together, some of us for like 10 years. So we all have these relationships where we bounce off each other really well. And I don't want to be egotistical about it, but...
Be egotistical about it. Yeah.
I don't know,
I don't think that's a problem.
I feel like I could walk into a room and Elise and I could just, or Caro and I, or at this point even Nuance and I could just, and everyone, just pick a character and improv for like a 24-hour period and I didn't have a problem with it.
100%.
Caro and I definitely do not break out into character periodically throughout the day.
We never roleplay all day long.
And Caro, you never message Nuance in character messages at all because another little peek behind the screen. We've been on a break for about a month from recording. We have a backlog that we're still working through.
Because it's
And
hot.
it was very good because everyone now is desperate to play. In fact, Nuance has said, I think Nuance has threatened me bodily harm if I say that there's a break before the end of winter. So.
No, that's real.
We start recording again. We start recording again in 9 days.
Thank God, because
9
I want to.
days.
Like I've been
Okay.
running like unrecorded D&D. I run a work game at my job, but like, oh baby, I want to go back to this.
Look, we
I also really miss rap.
had to take a break.
We did.
Seffi's computer exploded in the heat.
Yeah, it's hot.
It
It's
literally
really hard to
exploded.
record because you can't
so
have fans or air conditioners.
That's
you
not
can't.
an exaggeration. My computer actually exploded. The power supply did explode
It,
during
like,
the process of
For
recording.
real exploded.
It caught fire. There were sparks, and it was bad. Oh, this reminds me of something that we forgot. That was mentioned 2 questions ago. So it was mentioned that this is the second iteration of Fast Times, and I've mentioned this I think I mentioned it on Critter Hug. I'm not entirely sure, and I mentioned a few other places. But basically, this campaign's been in my back pocket since the original version of the campaign died. Fast Times was actually the first campaign I ever wrote and ran. I've only been in DM for 2 years now? 2 years about?
Mhm.
And Fast Times was the first game that I ever wrote. And when I started writing Fast Times, I kind of caught the bug. And eventually at that point, I was running 4 long-term campaigns that year. But
And a short term. And
What?
a short shot.
Okay, fine, and a short shot, whatever. Who cares about that? And like, it just didn't mesh as well as I'd hoped. People had scheduling issues; it became a problem, so I canceled the game. And I was like, as a DM, the best thing you can do is never throw away something that you write because you might be able to use it later. And when I was like, finally, like, okay. I want to do a podcast. I think I can do this. I think I can run this. I think I'm capable of doing this. I presented, 4 or 5 proposals to all the players. I gave them write-up sheets with like summaries and other information about these various games that I had in my mind that we could play, and everyone picked Fast Times, except Caro, because Caro joined after. Because originally we had a different cast member. So I'm sorry, Caro, but I hope you're happy in the campaign.
No, I'm not happy at all.
Oh yeah.
Time check. We're almost at 9, and we've been through like literally 2 questions. So maybe we should
Move on. Okay.
figure out a
Sorry.
question.
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
It's
We're
fine.
good.
Okay.
Also, but
just
real
being-
quick, I was wrong. It was episode 8. Sorry. Fuck. Yeah, episode 8.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Hold on, I'm going to read this one. Seeing as there are many fantasy takes on modern concepts, such as mass transit and Cisternia, I want to ask whether it extends to statecraft and political thought as well. Does the world have things like republics, democracies, political parties? Are there political philosophies that are not present there or ones that are there but not in our world? Yes. Moving on. Anyway.
Nice.
Literally, yeah. There's
Nice.
every country in the world of Cisternia has a different system of government, different system of running. They're all in my head. A lot of the players don't know them yet. I'm still working on getting that information out to them, but the world is pretty fleshed out at this point. It's been in my head for 2 years. Okay. So for Caro, why did you choose a Stoat Weasel as a familiar?
You're gonna be really disappointed in this answer. It's because they get a +5 to sneak.
Caro is very stats inclined.
Nerd!
I'm the nerd. Yeah, no. It's because they get a +5 to sneak, and like at first I was like, I'm gonna have like what did I choose? In my initial build of Ollie in my mind, I thought that he would have some kind of flying familiar. But then when I saw that Weasel's got a +5 to sneak, I was like, fuck everything that I thought before.
I
Weasel.
thought it was because they were close to otters.
Weasel all the way. Well, because this is my honors. But no, I'm not even that smart or
No.
cute.
Ugh.
But
Elise's face.
No.
love you so much.
Weasels are mustelids, though. They are
They
in
are
the same
mustelids.
family, along with wolverines and badgers.
But I do think
And
weasels are
martins.
awesome. And since I have been playing Ollie, I keep looking. I followed all like the weasels hashtag on Instagram. And I spend a lot of time looking at really, really cute videos of amazing little like weasels of different types, but mostly people post their ferrets. And I'm trying to convince Elise that we could have a ferret if I bathe it literally every day.
No, they're not going to do that.
I want
this
one.
is-
They're so cute.
This is the Ricky
Yeah.
plushie that they play with when they are
I
live.
stick this on my shoulder so that I remember.
Okay,
that I
no,
have
no.
a familiar.
That explains some noises. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
It-
No,
It's
that's
literally
cool.
a little soft little
Fucking
fluffy
mystery
thing.
solved.
It is
Awesome.
in fact, though, an otter.
It is an otter. You see its
Mhm.
tail?
Yeah. I got a
Has
new.
like
I got a new audio note
Doesn't
section
have
for
a
you.
weasel tail.
Okay.
It has an otter tail, but
All
that's
right.
fine.
So next question. Oh, this one's for me. Steffi, how did you come up with the idea for portals for the high schools, and what other fun parts of the world that the players interact with do you take extra pleasure in describing? There's a lot of things that I absolutely adore describing. I think a lot of people, or a lot of the people in the group, compare like my descriptions to Final Fantasy cutscenes pretty regularly. Anything covered in crystals makes me happy. But that's basically how the portals work, is through the power of crystals. Like, it's not a secret or spoiler that, you know, crystals power the cars, crystal powers the phone, power their phones. They also power the portals. And that is a huge Final Fantasy influence, I will tell you right now, especially Final Fantasy X. Not my favorite of the Final Fantasy series, but the fact that crystals were used to store images in memory was sort of the inspiration behind, you know, what could these other things do? Like, what could you do with crystal-based technology that you couldn't do in this world? And what could you use it for that produces the same type of effects? So that's where I came up with that. Pretty simple, pretty standard.
Also, then we get to add Chris in front of every word that we want to, like Chris phone, Chris car.
Chris
it's like
Stang.
adding- Chris,
I'm particularly proud of Chris Stang.
Chris Hub.
yeah. It's like adding space in front of anything. It makes it automatically like 13 times cooler.
But yeah, as soon as I get to
A bit of
describe
fun,
like a car with a crystal in it or a phone with a crystal in it, it makes me really happy. There's more elaborate descriptions that I like doing, but spoilers. Someone is curious if any of you have had dreams starring your characters, whether you are them or just they're present.
I actually haven't, which is unusual because I'm generally a very avid dreamer.
I had dreams about episode 5 last night.
I wonder why.
baby.
Was it a dream or a
Speak last
nightmare?
night.
No, it was literally a dream of the Tafizia scene where, like, you know, they're driving in and the music's playing. That was the last thing that I
Really?
was listening to. Well, we were going over that section, and that's the last
Oh,
fucking
okay.
thing I heard before I went to bed, and I just like
And you
my
dreamed
mind.
it?
Did you
I just
actually go to bed, Derrick? Because I don't. That sounds fake to me.
There's a
Nobody
difference
on this
between a
podcast
dream
sleeps.
and a waking haze.
That's another Patreon goal. $7,000 a month. One of us will fucking go to bed.
No.
Sounds fake. Sounds fake.
As
No
a
one on
creative
this
director of this
podcast
company,
sleeps.
I can't sleep. It's just the way it goes.
That's a lie. I sleep 8 hours.
So has anyone had any dreams about their characters or the other characters? Like, I dream about the people in this crew all the time, including some nightmares where they all
Wow.
die, but you know.
I have
Oh,
dreams
okay,
about
well,
Elise on the regular.
I had
Okay,
dreams about
okay.
her last
I
night.
wasn't making this dirty, but you know.
I didn't say that. You
Like,
said that.
Well, no, I've had dreams where like horrific things. Like, I have a lot of nightmares sometimes about like bad things happen to the podcast because I have. Fun fact: I have generalized anxiety disorder. So like dreaming about bad things happening to my friends is not uncommon. All right. So moving on. Elise, this is a good question. Should we expect your hip hop talents to blend with Hudson's character more? For those who are new to the Fast Times fandom, Elise is a rapper.
Super talented one.
Thank
Mm.
you.
Uh, Follow B&B.
Baby rapper, but
Brings
yes,
and bars music.
I have the greatest senpai I could ever hope for. Just Jill, shout out. I don't know if she's here or not listening. But it already has Jake Lionheart, who is one of our fans who follows us on Twitter, is this incredible beat
It's
maker.
super incredible.
So cool.
And he's fortunately a huge fan of us, so he keeps making us beats. So he happened to start with the one person on this podcast who actually raps. So he made Hudson a beat, and I wrote a little Hudson rap.
It's so good.
So
Good times.
I would not say that will be the last time, because it's probably not, because I know me, and Jake's not going to let me stop. So, you know, no one's going to let me stop. I'll never stop.
Jake, if you're listening or watching, we adore you.
He's in the stream. I saw that.
We adore you. You're great. You're super talented. Everyone should go follow Jake.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, next.
Hudson, and today
Today
is the best day
I
I've
ever
ever
had
had
with my buddies.
The HUD song.
Square away from this.
Yeah, right. But that's not even the original fucking HUD song was 60 seconds. It was.
I would have listened to
Long.
60 seconds of
It
that.
wasn't
know we
60
did.
seconds?
It was.
It was
the
in
first
fact 60
thing.
A
seconds.
whole minute?
It was a
Yeah,
whole
it
minute.
was because it
Oh.
was.
We cut it down for the humor.
Because
Oh.
it didn't have a beat to it. You just were like, I'm Hudson and today is the best day. And then you describe each person. You're like, I could hang with my buddy Holly and my buddy Cecil and my buddy Suri. She's the girl buddy. And then it just,
I'm really sad that we lost the girl buddy line, but we had to edit it for humor. Maybe we should release the full.
we didn't fucking lose
audio.
anything. I have an external hard drive with audio on it. I'm pretty sure I can find a full original HUD song at some point. It got
Anyways,
cut
join our
like,
Patreon for extra content.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Okay, next question. If this is not game related, how did Sephi choose the colors for the characters? Were they the player's favorite colors, random, character related, or an acronym I don't understand?
They took a quiz.
Game related.
Game
So
related.
the reason
We
that
did
those
take a
colors
quiz.
were chosen were redacted.
Spoilers.
Moving on. So, does Nuance really like snakes? Does Caro really like weasels? Wren like turtles? What's Sephi's favorite animal?
Can we answer for you? Because I know your favorite animal.
It's definitely not cats. Sevi hates cats.
Super
Cats
not.
Oh yeah, I
nice.
hate cats. I adore cats. I fucking love cats in all their
Cats are gross.
iteration. The world's
Cats are
most
gross and
perfect
terrible.
creature, and you will never change my mind on that.
Yeah, your eyes went a little crazy.
I also like dogs, but cats are better.
I love cats.
I don't like mammals.
I do like
Okay.
weasels, but I like all animals. But my favorite, if you're gonna send me pictures of animals, I would like them to be baby elephants, please.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's adorable.
I love baby elephants. I love elephants so much, but baby elephants are like superior to all other forms of life.
My mom actually collects elephant figurines, so you should see that collection at some point. Wren.
That's really hard. It's really that's too much. No,
That's really hard to ask someone who literally takes care of animals as their life.
Wren
I'm
is, yeah.
I call it. I don't know why I've become totally not articulate tonight. I do an interview show every freaking week. I am
Hashtag Tales of Make Believe. Check it out.
Yes.
really good.
I am a retired zookeeper. That's a long story. So it's really, really hard for me to pick a favorite animal. I do really love lizards. This stems from being, that 10-year-old that was obsessed with dinosaurs. How do you not just love lizards? I've had a lot of pet lizards over the years. I love turtles so much. They're so fucking cute. I used to help rehab turtles that were, like cold stranded and stuff like that. But the thing that does surprise people when I say what my absolute favorite animal is because of my obsession with birds, I also have a pet parrot, is that my favorite animal is a manatee. Because that just seems like the life.
That's true.
Like, you're just in
Oh
the
my
water, sunning yourself, and being chunky, and eating.
How many bird tattoos do you have?
Only 3?
Only 3.
For now.
No, after
For
that,
now.
after that last tattoo, I think I'm done. That hurt a lot.
Mm.
Anyway, manatees, sunning yourself, swimming.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's all I want in this life.
Hi, gang. Do you have any favorite rom-coms or coming-of-age movies that you love? Or one specifically that influenced you in making Fast Times world and characters? Hold on. I have to say this. Everyone. I know the title is Fast Times at D&D High.
Hold on, let me get a fucking drink if you're gonna reveal something.
I have literally never seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Neither
It's
have
a
I.
parody title. I thought it was clever. Like, I don't even know if we're playing on 80s like high school tropes at all. Like,
Not
I don't think we
really.
are. I think it's more 90s, 2000s than anything else. But like, the title seemed clever.
Feels pretty Gen Z to me.
Yeah,
Wait,
Yeah.
Nuance, what's your favorite animal?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to go in the corner of shame now.
Eat your lemons.
And she does.
Ugh.
So I do love snakes. My mom had a boa constrictor when I was little, so that whole like fear of snakes things just passed me right over. They're baby adorable danger noodles, and you can kind of sometimes poop their nose if they're friendly, and they're so cute. But if you wanted to bring me joy in my life, I like sloths and red pandas. They're just, again, sloth is kind of an ideal lifestyle for me. I may personally actually be a lizard because my happy moment is out on a rock taking a nap in the sunlight, but like, just sloths and baby in red pandas, they're just so cute. Those are my faves. I like mammals. Sorry, Derrick.
That's fucking weird. Yeah.
Derrick.
Yeah.
Derek loves bugs.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, well, we can ask Derrick. I didn't think we cared.
I mean, I'm very partial to my
Did I
bearded
skip two
dragon.
people?
She's
I'm
very
sorry.
cute. Yeah, no, but mammals are weird for me. I'm an actual entomologist. All I care about are arthropods. If you like my audio editing, follow me on Twitter, where I talk nothing but wasps all the time. So,
Or if you find weird bugs, send pictures of them to Derrick and make them find out what,
yeah,
what it
I
is.
get them. I literally get texts from people I haven't talked to in 30 fucking years. They're just like, "What's this?" I'm like, "It's a snow flea. Fuck off, Chad." So,
Everyone,
Freaking Chad.
It's only for, like,
everyone
3
at
bugs.
Derrick with comments about pro legs.
oh yeah, I forgot that I added that question.
Yeah, we're not addressing it, but just tag him in
Gonna
questions.
fucking-
Like, look up pro legs and then just tag him questions with them.
I got a whole fucking Twitter explanation already there. It's beautiful. There's a graph. It's awesome.
Ready to go.
Abdominal pro legs and you.
Okay,
Asking
so
coming of age story influences.
yeah.
So for me, I just watched Sex Education before making before making Ollie, and the character Maeve Wiley is a big inspiration for me for some of the character traits for Ollie.
Coincidentally, her best friend in that show also is a lot like Hudson, who's I can't remember any of the names of the characters. Amy
Yeah.
is a lot like Hudson. Even has a giant house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like alternate universe Amy and Maeve.
No, that tracks a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm just
great
gonna-
show if you haven't seen it. It's really enjoyable.
I'm gonna answer for Nuance and say that everything Nuance does is influenced by Sailor Moon.
You're not wrong.
Never seen it.
Derrick.
Eric, no one cares about you and your opinion.
Never heard of it. What is it?
Love you, sweetie.
Is it popular or something?
Something
I
about
will fight
nautical people. I don't know. I'm not big on sailing, so like
I will fight everybody on this podcast.
It's like that guy who announces the front part of SpongeBob SquarePants, right?
Will
Yeah,
fight all of you so much.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Is it Sailor Moon? I don't know.
Sailor Moon.
I hate all of you.
Sailor Moon.
Nope. Deep. See, this is why I'm like, oh, I love everybody in my podcast, and never mind, we exchanged 4 words. Everyone is terrible but me, and sometimes Wren. Although I do have to say, I don't like rom-coms. They're fun. I do love some K-dramas. And Elise, are we still on?
What?
For watching K-dramas.
Yes.
Yes. All
Although
right.
I will not be crying.
Elise doesn't have any feelings, but
I don't
I was
have
going.
feelings.
Yeah. No, I know that. Elise,
It's
you're
one
a
of her
monster.
best qualities.
You're a monster. I know. I will cry for us.
I'm very charming because I'm dead inside.
Wren, did you have any particular, coming of age influences, rom-coms, et cetera?
I guess I don't really have any particular sort of like influences for Cecil. I will say that after the fact, and I was just trying to Google the name of it, and I can't find the name of it, and somebody's gonna yell at me, I'm sure. After I'd already made and been playing Cecil for a while, I watched this new Netflix thing, and I don't remember the title. All I remember is that it had the girl from the recent It movies in it, and she had like powers.
Superpowers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I know exactly what you're
but
talking
she
about.
was this angry teenage girl coming to terms with sexuality and the death of her father, and I was like, fuck, this is some Cecil feels right here.
Oh.
What was it called?
The girl is Sophia
We watched
Lillis,
that
Yeah.
too.
and it's called "I'm Not Okay with This."
Yes, that was what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I looked fucking amazing.
So the whole
Yeah,
the
it
whole
was
time I
good.
was watching that, I was like,
You
I
watched
feel
that? You watched
some
that.
Cecil right now. Yeah. So
As far as the general campaign, so there's big influences from, I mean, more non-problematic aspects of Buffy. I will admit Sailor Moon is an influence because high school shit. Anime is a huge influence in my games. A lot of fucking teen lit. I write teen lit, so it seemed like a natural progression to write something that could be a YA game. So is what it is. So we are going to take a brief break. What do you think? Like 5-10 minutes? 5-10 minutes. 5 minutes.
5
Sure.
minutes.
And then we're going to resume with the Q&A, and around 10ish we will go over the giveaway stuff. Yay.
Yay.
Okay,
Maybe we'll
be
even
right
talk
back,
about
y'all.
Red. Well,
Okay, we should maybe start talking. Alright.
Hello.
Hi.
We're
Hi,
very
everybody.
professional.
Oh, well, okay.
Who wants to know what's on my hands?
Is it a swear?
I bet it's a swear.
No.
Soft and hot.
What?
Just so you know, Caro does in fact write and draw all over their hands whenever they play Ollie, without fail. It's always.
method
This one was
acting.
done by me today, and this one was done by Elise so far.
So you did hard, Elise did soft?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Is that going to the new Patreon tier as well, Derek?
That's a new
Yeah, no,
Patreon
I got
tier.
the fucking like 19 page. We're gonna
Listen,
be rich by tomorrow.
Fast Times OnlyFans is not coming because they're all underage, so don't even make the joke, even though I just did. Okay.
Don't do the thing I did, and I will do shortly after this as well.
Drink every time Steffi releases a spoiler.
Wait, what?
Every
What?
time-
That's not a spoiler. What the fuck?
Welcome back,
Messing with
everyone,
me.
to Fast Times Extra Credit.
Hi, I'm a
With
mess.
like 3 X's.
Okay, so the first
Touch
question we're
my
going to answer now that everyone's done making fun of me, and I
No.
hate all of you.
We're not.
What the fuck is with the bread memes? The explanation you've all been waiting for bread.
Who made it up?
I feel like we should let Derek answer this.
Yeah, no, I screenshotted it. Yeah, that's
Derek,
we don't go back
tell
to
Right.
the fucking story behind the bread meme.
Oh, it's
meme and
awesome.
what it means.
Because this entire thing is both a credit to how intelligent Persephone is, as well to how quickly they are capable of overthinking anything during any fucking situation. The actual conversation we were doing our Discord business, which is fucking nonsense. And I'm pretty sure it did end up with something like, hey, we were talking about sexual preferences, and Persephone says, in all capital letters, I don't know what you're talking about. There's not an excess of bottoms on this podcast. Nope. Nuh-uh. To which I, because I, for no reason, just threw a bread emoji on it. And then Persephone fucking lost it and went, what the fuck does bread mean?
Oh my
Is it
god!
because-
Oh my
is it
god!
because
Oh
the
my
part that
god!
is missing from the loaf is the bottom? Because I'm a bottom? God damn it. And
I don't.
then
I'm gonna fucking hyperventilate. Nobody else saw this, but I saw it because I'm watching the OBS. You said bread emoji, and I did it on mine.
Are you okay?
What happened?
What happened?
oh, what?
the captioner.
Oh,
The
you say-
captioner.
Bread?
you say-
Bread emoji.
Captions bread. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was being a shit,
Amazing.
and that's where I commented on it, and then I never clarified until our first like welcome to 600 downloads thing, and that was my like drunken revelation. Is I just fucking made it up. By that point, it didn't matter. It had already become like a huge. It was like a catch-all term for both like your sexual preference and also hey, you fucking guy. Just bread was it. Yeah.
Red bottom.
That bread
Yeah,
bottom.
Derek's become the bread of the podcast,
Yeah.
but it's also used to torment me specifically.
Also nuance.
Just you, and
Oh, yeah.
not
Just-
any
I wasn't
other
gonna out
single
someone
person
else,
on
Derek,
this
but thank
podcast.
you for doing that.
Nuance does
Sorry,
it.
I'm sorry.
No
Wait,
one else has
Persephone.
suffered the
You
bread
literally
memes
just
you
say
used,
you
Steffi.
weren't gonna
I'm sorry. What? I can't hear you. Your audio cut out. What?
Ugh.
What?
Persephone just like, I wasn't gonna out anybody else. Like there wasn't a fucking weekly updated reminder on Facebook.
Wren, ignoring literally everything that came out of Nuance's mouth, is there music still running on the live stream?
Too loud. Oh.
I see. If anyone missed that, we were talking, the bread meme means you're a bottom, unfortunately.
And we've
Lots of
now
things, lots of
expanded
things.
it. There's like a whole sandwich.
It's risen, you might say.
Elise, I was not going to do that. Thank you.
Also, there are variants on bread. Like I like to call, there was at one point where I gave everyone like, or was giving certain people military titles alongside like different types of bread, like Private Pumpernickel and like fucking like, what was it?
Sergeant Sourdough.
Sergeant Sourdough, yeah.
Good.
Colonel Ciabatta.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, bread means bottom because apparently, you know,
'Cause you
we're
overthink things.
we are a
But
company.
You're so
I can't
clever though.
stop talking about this shit.
You fucking figure. I'm like, oh wow, whatever she said, that's really smart. Yeah, okay, sure. That's what it means. Neat.
Now it's just our way of torturing mostly Derrick, and then also Sephi and Nuance.
Yeah, I don't know if Derrick has even noticed what I did to the overlay, which I'm
No, I saw it. No, it's
really
very
proud
clever.
of.
Derrick,
You're-
is
you're
Derrick
a
a friend
wizard,
now?
and
Oh, I saw that.
appreciate
Nice.
Moving on from my shame. Anyway. Okay, next question. What's your favorite inside joke that has occurred while recording? God, the's so many I can't even
While
remember.
recording, so bread's off the table.
Bread's obviously.
Bread's off the table. Bread can't count.
Inside joke that is.
Sunsel?
Quenzel?
Swinsel!
Quenzel!
Quenzel!
Lord
Quenzel!
Quenzel! Lord Quenzel!
And also, Atomic Firebird.
Atomic Ferd.
Atomic Ferd.
So
we
okay,
always-
so we use Zencaster, right? To do backups for our audio. And when you hit the join the Zencaster button, you have to type in your name. And we start recording at usually like 11 a.m. and I'm tired. And I often make typos, and sometimes those typos are things like Sunsel or Cecil or
Sensel was the first one.
Sensel.
Like Sensel the pencil.
it.
Like,
And this
then
eventually
it was
devolved.
Sunsil.
And then-
WNCIL or something.
And then something happened, and I decided to stop with the Sensel, and you decided to use my Twitter thing, and I couldn't even get that out. I typed atomic Ferd. I just can't type, so it's fine that I'm in charge of our tech back end. Who cares? I'm not precise. Whatever. We're good.
And then Lord Quenzel happened.
Well, yeah.
And it has spawned a series of inside jokes about Lord Quenzel, Cecil's character, a Mary Sue character that goes on many adventures and is, a great and glorious knight.
Definitely does not make an appearance in Cold Iron Arrows.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Suri doesn't write friendfic.
Hey, everybody, sound off in the comments if you want an audiobook version of us recording Cold Iron Arrows as written by Surasissa Thezkazi as a bonus thing for
100.
I'm
Patreon.
really hiring my friend who is a professional voice actress to read this for us.
Also, we have another professional voice actor right
I'm
there.
sorry, are we not professional voice actors?
No,
No,
I
Yeah.
want to hire.
more or
I want
less.
to.
We also have Derrick, who professionally narrates audiobooks.
Yeah,
Derrick
my,
professionally narrates audiobooks.
my
I wanna
erotica came
hire
out a little
my
while
friend
ago.
Tiffany
It's
because she's
awesome.
fucking rad, and I would love to have her work on this project with us for something.
That's fair. Okay, what are everyone's favorite moments thus far?
I can't say what mine is.
I think I'm the only
We're
one
not
that
allowed
answered
to.
the favorite inside joke question.
Oh,
All
everyone's
I
expand
can
on
saying
say
that?
that joke.
is that Nuance is a bad person.
You are a. I'm gonna
Nuance is a
drink this
bad
right
person.
just
now.
so everyone knows,
Who's a
this is
bad
directly
person.
referring to the source of that, shock, despair image that Wren
What's it?
put on our Fast Times.
The despair is because of Nuance.
The shock is because of everyone involved. I'm just
Oh yeah, total shock.
I had nothing to do with it.
but we can't talk about it
Just-
because it's a spoiler, but don't
A
worry, you'll
spoiler.
find out.
But
Even
you don't
Derrick
worry.
hasn't gotten to that
I
point.
don't know.
All
Is
you
it
need
pa-
to know is that Nuance is a terrible person,
And that it's not my fault.
and she will suffer. Don't worry.
All
That
right.
one was 100% 2 to tango.
Mm.
Okay, so the next question is, what are everyone's favorite? Wait, did we just answer that?
I don't know. What was the
No.
question? You didn't
In-
read the whole thing.
Fair.
What are everyone's favorite moments so far?
Well, one person
Oh, then you
answered
said that. I answered for me, but go Otters.
I can't.
Why?
It's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out yet.
Well, no, a favorite moment of the first 1 through 5.
Oh, okay.
All right. Somebody else go.
Nuance, I'm calling you out.
Why am I being called out?
I don't know, because you're bottom. Continue.
You don't know that. You don't know. my
Shibata, keep going.
life.
Shabottom.
The bottom.
Shibata!
Yeah.
I'm actually leaving the live stream. None of you deserve me. Okay, so no, I'd probably say the ones I hit in episode 5, the HUD song. God, I had to listen to that 500 times to figure out all the appropriate to-dos.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, episode 5, the trip up to the house with Ollie, and then the actually, what I haven't talked about, I did love Ollie and Suri's initial meeting where they were like, wait, books? Do you like books? I like books. Let us talk about the books we like. I can't pick my favorite book. Pick a genre. Like, how am I supposed to answer that?
Nuance and I had established before game that our characters had like seen each other at the library and had like even like almost interacted, but like not quite talked or interacted. Like they knew each other by sight, but they did not know each other by name when the game started.
Ever like had a conversation.
Right.
That would have involved talking to somebody. That's scary.
Right.
So yeah. So that was just, again, off the cuff riffing book nerds.
How about you, Derrick?
So for me, it's actually episode 3 when Suri slaps the fuck out of Glass Bear Cecil, because I'm for several reasons. Some of them are very much just kind of like self-centered because I was working on a lot of things there. I love it on a character level because it's the first time we have like a really big hit there. Like 3d10 necrotic damage, it's a very dramatic thing. It is also the first sound effect that I made for the game. Like that was the first thing that I posted to you guys when I was going, because even though I had done like episode 1 was already finished up, episode 3 was the first time I started making sound effects for things, and I was like, okay, cool, so Sarasissa's slapping the bear with necrotic damage, so I need like how many effects can I layer on to make something dramatic? And I remember it was like, that was my first like super big excitement. Posted at the group chat about like, here's the sound that I'm going to use for the wind up, and then here's this explosion that I found, and then I got glass shattering, and all of this I'm piecing together from like 14 different royalty free sound effect shit. And I was like, I was really wanted to accent the fact that Sarasissa was like, just, this is so much damage. She is just killing everything left and right. Like 3/4 of this fight is just Suri just like turning devil-eyed and then just being like dead. It was cool. I actually went back in a lot of the other ones. Like I love the Ned thing as well, but that was the last thing I actually added to the episode. The first thing I ever did was the slapping the bear, and then I went way back and was like, ooh, but Ned, I love Ned. I need to make Ned do things. I don't know how yet, because I don't know how anything sounds until I Google keywords and see what pops up.
Also, a fun fact related to that, the bear sound effect in that section of the episode is not a royalty-free sound effect. That's me.
Yeah, you shut me the fuck up about my no in-house sound effects rules, because there was like 4 docs might be going, stop, no in-house sound effects, don't do it.
I told you to screw,
so I stopped. Yeah, you shut me the fuck up there.
Got something. Ren's ready.
Yep, Brett, it's your turn.
Well, okay, so I'm not ready for a favorite moment, but I am ready for a segue, which, you know what? I am producing this stream, I can segue. I can't really express to you all how much it is a relief to me personally that we found an editor that gives a shit about the story. So, okay, my personal example here with Derrick and sound effects is that we were like conversing for like a good half an hour trying to figure out the appropriate sound effect for when Cecil poofs into a turtle. And I was like, I kind of feel like a little like bubbly, but like kind of like air sucking into a vacuum. And like, when I found out we were doing an external editor, I was like, oh, they're not gonna get it. And it's just gonna, like, they're gonna be so confused as to what we're trying to do with these scenes. And I can't, yeah.
Oh, you love Derrick.
I'm trying to run here, but like
you love Brett.
Oh, it's all right.
I mean, fine. Look, we like trauma bonded last night over the episode.
Yeah, that was awesome. 1:40 in the morning.
Bread.
Just figuring it out.
The sound effects are fucking. It's just good.
Yeah.
I do love how
Derrick is so great.
We all make fun of Derrick because it's just the way that it's way my relationship has worked with Derrick because I've known him the longest here. But we are all incredibly grateful to Derrick, and Derrick is a big reason why the podcast is the way that it is, and we could not survive without Derrick. So everyone give Derrick a round of applause.
Good.
No in-house
Yeah.
sound effects.
No, so yeah, no, it's great. We got over a lot of hurdles. We got
Yeah.
over a
Derek's
lot of
birthday like a
hurdles.
few days ago, and we couldn't even.
It was
manage to be
last
nice to him on
Thursday.
his birthday.
No, it's all right.
Derek!
We
You were
for
nice.
my
We
birthday.
were mean to Nuance instead. That was
For
our
my-
gift.
For my birthday, we hit number 11 in the U.S. That's
Yeah.
what we did for my birthday.
That's true.
Yeah, it was great because I had a complete meltdown in a pub in central Maine, and my fiance photographed it and sent it all to the Discord, being like,
Oh my god.
Derek can't
It's
handle
great.
the fact
There'll
that
be
they're
edits later. Don't worry about it.
fuck.
Also,
What's your
also,
favorite in the first 5 episodes? What's your favorite moment? We haven't talked to you yet.
We haven't even gotten Wren's yet, too.
That's true.
So much.
Yeah, we're not done with that question.
I was distracted by thinking about sound effects and how fucking great they are.
It's a lot.
It's
I
true.
love it.
That was a compliment to Derek.
I love Poof Turtle.
You know your
I
favorite
love Poof Turtle.
I have. Oh my god, I just have so many. But I think the one that really sticks out to me because it made me laugh so hard was Cuckfunt. Because like I had not known that it was happening even, and we live in the same house. But like they had been doodling while they were recording, and I didn't see it because we record in different rooms, and then it just happened. And then like when we finished recording, they came out, and they were just like, "Look." So
Wren?
First 5 episodes, I'm like a 12-year-old. I really liked Touch My Butt. I thought it was like look. Okay, look.
What?
I think it is masterful to get out the idea of there being like porny stuff happening, but it wasn't like an inappropriate thing to say on our podcast.
Mhm.
Our podcast where like the first thing I said in the last episode that was released was shit. I'm terrible. That just made
Are
me
we
giggle.
allowed to swear in this podcast?
We've already done it about 1,000 times. Thanks for asking. 3 episodes in.
I really liked when Ollie made a distraction so that little Ned could scooch away.
Aw.
That was a good moment. That was almost cut.
It
Derrick.
definitely was cut. Yeah, no, I cut the fuck out of that. I thought the scene was too long,
We
and
rebelled.
everyone-
There was a rebellion.
everyone, torches came out, and I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna re-edit it. We're gonna put it back in. Yeah. So.
I really liked
Perfect.
I liked Suri meeting Ned. Like, oh, is that a pin from whatever show? Like, oh no, it's the first edition pin, but I like the second edition pin. Like, yeah, no, that was very cute. And that was also all totally improv. Like, I could see it in Nuance's face where Nuance is like, oh, I guess Suri has a pin now. What's the pin like? Improv blurt.
Ned's just very enthusiastic, you know? So I have so many favorite episodes, but the one that I keep thinking of is so I don't want to say something like rude, but like Gel's just a little bit avant-garde.
Oh, we had to like pause because we were laughing for like 5 minutes. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
We did
Yeah.
not know what was going to come out of Seffi's mouth. And we're just like, what is this kid going to say? I'm like,
I will be real. Unk is one of my favorite characters. So is Typhesia, but like Unk is the friend that I wish I had in high school.
Such a good guy.
Just
Unk
such a
also-
good person.
so like I'm playing a non-binary character as a non-binary person, and I assumed that was kind of going to be it. And
now.
meeting Unk and them being like, they them pronouns, is that okay? Like Cecil was like, huh, but also Wren was like, oh, Seffi, you did that for me.
Listen, there will never be an end to the amount of representation that I will shove into every single fucking thing I can create whatsoever. We have not even reached the like midway point for everything that I want to include in this podcast, and I'm damn well sure that everything will be represented. You heard it now. If there's one thing that I'm going to do, it's try to be as representative and as good at it as possible.
All right, I'm done
I
thought
made some
vomiting now.
mistakes, but we're gonna try. What?
I said I'm done thought vomiting now. I could just keep talking, so I'm gonna stop.
Also, really fucking stupid throwaway line I can't get out of my head is Ned and Hudson, and Ned going, "You're really tall," and Hudson going, "Thanks. People don't tell me that."
Oh my god. I love it so much. Oh, Elise is so
Okay.
funny. Oh, Nuance, did you have a favorite moment from
Yeah.
these
Wait,
first 5 episodes?
No, I like said that.
Did you?
Oh, you did
Yeah,
say it.
Nuance is-
Answer.
You did answer.
Oh, I just forgot.
Wait, I'm not paying attention, Caro.
I only mentioned you. It's cool.
Is this how you treat all your bottoms? Anyway.
I like it.
Yep.
Are there any plans for guests in the game, like IRL friends you'd love in the game or favorite D&D celebrities you'd like to have on? Yes. So I won't answer about people who may or may not be on the. So
What are D&D celebrities?
I want to talk about the D&D celebrities that I really want. I fucking want Joe Zija on here. Joe Zija is the voice of Claude in Fire Emblem Three Houses, does his own actual play on YouTube. I also, I would love to run something for Matt Mercer and them. Like, that would be a lot of fun. Like, who wouldn't want to run for them? Personally, Brennan Lee Mulligan is someone that I would absolutely probably die to run for. But like, there's a whole list of people on TTRPG Twitter that I would love to have. Oh, Adelaide, Josh Simons, Noir Enigma, even Darker LARPer, I can't remember anyone's screen names. Like, there's so many fucking wonderful people, and they're not all celebrities, but like, they're just, people.
If we're talking Dimension 20 cast, I want Allie.
Everyone wants Allie. Allie's great.
Allie is fits with this crew. You know what I mean?
I think Emily would fit too.
Okay, fair.
I honestly think Lou too. Like, I think.
But
That's
Allie
how I
has
want
so
Lou,
many
but for very
jokes that are
selfish
just
personal
shit that
reasons.
we all get.
Yeah, that's because we're all gay as fuck.
Yeah.
So-
but Allie is with us. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't
Listen,
even have to
if we-
talk
if
about
we-
it. We'd be
Even
on the same page.
Siobhan Thompson, there's not a single person on Dimension 20. Anyone on Dimension 20, if you ever want me to
That's
run
fair.
a game for you,
That's
streamed or not, or podcasted or not, hit me up. And also, I want to be on Dimension 20. Just saying.
So
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, my
if we're
favorite moment
if
of,
we're talking about keeping with the theme of local folks, I feel like Nala Wu on Twitter would be an amazing guest star. They're local, and also AJ Pandy on Twitter, who wrote the Bolt system, is local. Those would be two people that I'd be like, that'd be pretty
Sick.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's such a shame. Like, originally Fast Times was going to be like an in-person recorded podcast, and now we're just so used to recording remotely that
What's in
locality
person?
almost doesn't matter. What?
What's in person? Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
this thing that people used to do back in the days where you could see someone's face up close. But
like how you and I can
you know what? I do actually want to say that the first guest star that I would love to have would maybe be Derrick. Maybe.
Ew, no. Why?
You know,
Good.
throw the man a bone every once
I
in
can,
a while.
can fucking edit out my own garbage for a while.
Yeah. By the way, if you ever do
Mouth
guests and you edit out your garbage lines, we're gonna have a fight because I QA
You
I QA
know.
multiple times every episode with
Look.
Derrick.
I know how to snap, so don't even worry about it. Don't.
Fuck. Couldn't do it.
This thing, I was telling everyone, hey, if you fuck up lines,
There we go.
you can just snap your finger. It makes a peak in the audio. I can edit it out, and the fucking thing I get back is Stephanie being like, I don't know how to snap. What if I just clap? What if I just yell in the microphone? You just do what you want. I just don't. Never mind.
What if I just conspire to break Derrick? What if that's just what I
Is this
do?
not what this is? Is this not what I have included?
I should have worn my necklace that says Brad on it. I really should have. Okay, next. Well, was everyone good
Yeah,
with that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the next question is a very important one.
I think it is too. We know Ollie is openly bisexual in his own words, but how about everyone else? You can answer this for your characters or yourselves.
Big old question mark.
Oh yeah, we can't talk about that. We can't talk about sexuality.
Caro,
I'm just gonna
Oh.
preemptively drink.
Caro,
What?
you know what you can't do when there's something you're not supposed to talk about? Mention it on air.
Hudson is a person.
Say, honey.
Okay,
all I know.
moving on. Hudson has a sexuality. We'll see what it is. Caro, we're in a fight. I'm gonna teleport there and fight you. Wren, do you want to talk about Cecil's sexuality or your own? Because, you know, we are pretty representative.
Or is it a big question mark for no reason?
Yeah.
You said it, not me. I was just commenting.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You know, fuck it. Okay, Cecil is still sorting themselves out in that direction. They don't necessarily have the vocab yet, but in my head, Cecil is probably going to fall somewhere on the ace spectrum to demisexual. I think that Cecil is probably going to fall more ace than myself. Oh, there's who, well, shit. All right, yeah, so Cecil is probably gonna fall more in terms of, like, hardline ace than myself, who is demisexual. Never said that publicly before. And probably maybe demi-romantic. They don't know. You know, they had, like, you know, they're you know, they're chatting with Jenny. But who knows what that form will take and what kind of feelings there are there. It's complicated. So, yeah, so Cecil is right now probably kind of demi, but doesn't have the vocab for it.
Everyone show Wren love in the chat, please. Because that was a very vulnerable moment. And I love you, Wren, so much.
I'm gonna go
Cecil
back.
actually has a lot of romantic texts. They just haven't gotten back to yet. That's just what it turns into. Cecil ever checks their phone, it's gonna be like, oh, whoa, what's this blowing up?
That was so good, Derrick. A+ comedic timing.
We deflect from feelings in this household.
Yes, please do. Moving on. Nuance.
It's on me. Suri is by Pan, like, I don't think she really has much of a difference. I think she would probably tend to call herself bisexual just because it is, well, I don't know if in Cisternia it is like the more prevalent term, but like when Tiny Nuance was in high school, that was like, you had 3 flavors. You know, you're gay, you're straight, you're bi, that's it. Yeah, so in the 5th episode, she has this whole moment where she's looking at Typhesia with very complicated feelings, because she's like, do I want to be like her? Do I want to do fanfic things with her? Or
I want her to love me like a mother.
Yeah, like she just had some complicated feelings.
For all of the above.
Girls are generally nicer than guys, at least in high school or in her experience. So I think a lot of her crushes up till now have been on girls. Although she did have a major crush freshman year, but not going to get into that for now.
Spoilers.
I didn't go any further than just crush on freshman year.
Actually, I think that's even a spoiler to the crew. I don't think they know what the crush was. I think I'm the only one who knows.
Secrets.
Nobody tells me nothing.
We have a whole channel you're not allowed to be in.
I know.
Which Derrick totally isn't, but you know
Where I
what?
put my memes all the time.
Derrick, why don't you talk about your sexuality?
I'm also bi.
Looking
Just
at
said,
it.
No,
is that a sexuality?
Oh, sorry. Nuance is
Right.
also bi.
we're all queer here. I can't speak for you, Derrick. I don't know.
You don't have to actually talk about your sexuality.
No, I mean it's a pretty straightforward thing. Like I am a straight man.
Cishet white token dude.
Yeah, that's. I
You
mean,
just come up with new ways to disappoint us, Derrick.
Hey,
Backstage.
that's what we're here for. Yeah.
So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, as far as the NPCs go, anyone can be queer until proven otherwise. Or trans, you know? Doesn't fucking matter. Like,
Yeah.
There are trans characters in the podcast. There are genderqueer characters in the podcast. There are pan, bi, lesbian characters in the podcast. Only a few of those have had their sexuality set since their inception because I thought of them as such. And, you know, until proven otherwise,
Until an
Clear as
insight
the
check is
default,
rolled.
as far as I'm concerned. I myself am. I use bisexual, but it's pansexual. The reason I use bi is that I definitely lean in different directions depending. I definitely have more of a preference towards masked individuals, unfortunately. But there's obviously some discrepancies there. My sexuality is just like me, a really fucking hot mess. Anyway, basically we're all queer except Derrick, who's our token cis het white dude.
I really like the bi flag. That's honestly the difference. I like the colors of the bi flag. I'm that fucking shallow. Otherwise, I don't. People are hot. I have so many.
Yeah, people are hot.
If we actually go from the waist down, Nuance is sitting like at like a 90-degree angle here. It just
is anyone sitting properly? Like, is that?
My leg is in fact over my scooter.
We had to tell Caro about that in joke, by the way. Okay, moving on.
Oh wait, I don't get to talk about my sexuality? Fine.
Wait, I thought.
Fine.
Well. Okay. So the reason I skipped here was because
we know everything about Caro's sexuality.
Oh, the question was
because they're
literally
hanging
Ollie
out
is
with their
openly
partner right
bisexual.
now.
Ollie is openly bisexual. I'm sorry, Caro. Preach to us the ways of your sexuality. Ugh.
No. Find out in game.
Listen here. Listen here.
We are so fucking professional. We are
Oh my God, you're
My
such a
sexuality
fucking Pisces.
is Pisces.
Cool.
So
Okay.
just gay. Just straight up
I
gay
am
as fuck.
So straight or gay or whatever.
I have a lot of feelings about it. That's
They
what
have a
you
lot
need
of
to know.
feelings about hot people in general.
Okay, so Ollie's sexuality is the same as mine, which is yes.
Man.
Yes.
You know what I wish? I wish that there was just some way that, I don't know, some magical background information could help paint arrows in these situations to maybe give people a fucking heads up as to what was going on.
Yeah, it's a little hard to figure out, especially with society telling you that, XYZ feelings are wrong. It's really confusing. It took me a
Yeah.
while to figure
It
out.
took me
that
like
in,
35 years to figure
femme
that shit
folk.
out.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It was very simple, straightforward to me. I'm not gonna make any revelations later in life.
Elise, do you even want to talk about your sexuality? There you
Find out
go.
in game.
All
so
right.
so where yours is yes, mine is my gender is no or elf
Yeah, basically.
or
yeah.
robot. I like that.
My gender is yes. My sexuality is yes. Yeah.
I heard the term gender trash today, and I feel like that speaks to me on an emotional
That's
level.
Oh my God, that's
Sick.
so great. I want to be gender trash.
I also want to be
I'm a
gender
born
trash.
binary trans woman. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Look inside yourself.
I love that distinction, Caro, that you just made. Like we're the two flavors of they here. I'm no, you're
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, you're.
No! Shit, you're right. That's the inside
Good
joke. That's the inside joke. You can tell that one.
Yeah.
I'll do the sound effect. You can tell the story.
Go
It's-
tell the story.
It's literally is it? I'm trying to think what episode it is. It's your only line retake. The entire episode.
It's
was-
actually okay. It's actually episode 8.
okay.
But
Yeah.
this is not a spoiler.
No.
This is something that we had to just tell the story.
It was
Except
like
spoilers.
yeah. Everyone has most people like you are not getting away with not having line retakes. I will hunt you down. Except for episode 8, Wren had nothing. Everything was great. Audio was fine. Nothing going on except for one fucking word during the episode, which was just Wren said no, real fucking weird. Like not in Cecil voice, not in English voice, just whatever. And it literally
It was actually no in the tone of Ellis, Wren's character from the offline game that I run called Wrath of the Open Water.
It was
you tagged it in the
shitty.
document as
No,
British
it was
Cecil
no.
enters the
It was
fray.
No.
No.
Let Ren do it. Let Ren do it.
Yeah, let Ren do it.
Do it.
It was shitty. Wren does shitty British. No.
It's awesome. I got a line. I got a fucking line retake in the Google Doc that just said no. .mp3. Random.
I think I was the one who had to point that out too.
Yeah,
That time.
you tagged it as British Cecil enters the fray. Timestamp.
I can get real sassy in my like I said, I also do.
Hold on, everybody needs to take a drink for that. Steffi can get real sassy sometimes.
Yeah.
Sounds fake.
I hate you all. Moving on. Please tell us the story behind deciding on Cisternia. By the way, not everyone here is actually drinking liquor, but if you do not feel comfortable with that, I am sorry. We should have said that at the beginning. Anyway, please tell us the story behind deciding. Hold on, I should probably expand upon that. You shouldn't feel pressured to drink if you don't have to. We are just doing it of our own free will. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm drinking
please
Dr.
tell
Pepper with
us-
cream soda. Hashtag not sponsored.
all
Also
over
not very
30.
good.
Except for
Yeah,
Sophie.
I honestly don't drink very often, which is why this hard seltzer is hitting me hard.
I have a
Please
juice
tell us the story behind deciding on Cisternia as a name for the game world. This actually does have a reason. So Cisternia is a play on cistern. The background of the game, and this is a background thing. I guess you can call it a spoiler, but I don't know how much it'll actually come out in game as much as it would come out in materials later. But basically, Cisternia, the way that I picture it, and the way that the legends of Cisternia work, is that the gods that are sacred in Cisternia are traveling through Cisternia on their way elsewhere. All the gods that have come to Cisternia are travelers from other realms that have gone on to other realms after they touched down here. And after they sort of stayed here for a while and moved on, they still have power and influence here, and they can always come back, obviously. But the general consensus is that they have moved on to other realms to form more of an influence, so on and so forth. And that's why it's called Cisternia, because there's many portals and entrances, and the portals sort of form this plane of entrances and exits that are a moving point between other realms. So I picture that as a giant cistern, with many entrances coming in where water can pour in. And that's sort of how Cisternia got its name. That's it. It's not complicated.
Cool.
Some of those gods go on to the realm of dickbag.
Yeah, okay, so fun fact, a lot of the gods that I have appear in other things that I run, including offline, which maybe
that?
someday there will be a time where I can tell you about Wrath of the Open Water, which is honestly, Fast Times is a beautiful game, and I love it, and I love running so much, and a lot of that is due to the people here. But Wrath of the Open Water is probably my opus of. It's a game world that I created where every country is based off of a country from my ancestry and nothing else. So it's near and dear to my heart. Anyway, not to get into that, but and we have our final question of the night. What other projects are the cast members involved in? Anything we can follow while we're waiting for the next episode to drop? I will go around and call on people. Wren, I know you got shit to talk about.
Sure. I run my own sort of side project land called Make Believe. You can find it on Make Believe RP on Twitter. You can find all of it if you just go to Atomic Firebird on Twitter. I've got a pinned post that has everything, but I've got Twitch channel, make_believe_, and we have 3 weekly shows. We've got on Tuesday, we've got an interview show where we interview live action role players or TTRPG nerds just to talk about their stories and sort of share info and stuff to get people more confident with maybe dipping their toes into the hobbies. Thursdays we've got Journey to Make Believe, which is a one-shot show where we do explorations into indie systems, where we try to pull sort of new people in and pair them up with experienced players and get more people doing the fun stuff on the internets. Tomorrow, Nuance and I are gonna probably seduce each other as shape-shifting dragons. So
Exciting.
enjoy that. And on Saturdays, I've got my other live play thing that I do on stream. Waverly Summer 98 is a bubble gumshoe. I have such a hard time saying this game. Bubble gumshoe system, which is a pretty rules-light game about teenage detectives in 1998. And that's on Saturday nights on Make Believe. I also have another podcast where I play in the Star Wars Fantasy Flight game system. And that's a good time. So
Wren does all the things, all the time, 100%. Not that anyone else on this podcast can relate. It's just Wren.
And if you're if you're talking to
Caro and I are not. Nope. Keep going.
if you're talking to Fast Times on social media, about 95% of the time it's probably me. So be mad at me if I do something stupid.
Or praise Wren for being excellent and on top of our social media game. Like,
That
let's
one.
be honest.
Ever.
Like, go Wren.
Can't deflect this time. You're kind of great.
I'm going back to mute. Bye.
Derrick, talk about your porn.
Oh boy, howdy, would I ever like to. So we're not doing editing for this. I have a lot of audiobooks that I'm pushing through. I've done like 6 or 7 up there. I have a lot of really not great works that I do my best with. The most recent with is a audiobook by Malcolm Van called Attack of Toxic Mamas, Slimy Glowing. I'm not going to say the last name. It makes me feel uncomfortable to say it, but I voice a 5-chapter, 2-hour-long audiobook. I have 50 free codes you can shoot in my Twitter at @TAudiomancer if you would like to experience this fucking trash yourself. I also have a young adult book that's coming out that might be marginally better than that. You can also check me out at YouTube at Derrick Perry Music, where I do covers of songs that I feel like when I feel like it, and occasionally I put some original music there. That's really what the only 5 minutes I have between doing work in a lab and working for Fast Times. Yeah.
Derrick is an extremely talented musician. I was being facetious about the erotica porn that he does. Well, he does voice that, but he's an extremely powerful musician with a great singing voice.
The fucking, you want to talk about content, the origin of our Fast Time theme song and the fucking like 15 rough drafts I sent you, which all just literally just were nowhere, versus like how our theme song ended up versus how I started it out. Oh yeah, no, that's a fucking thing.
I was picky. I'm sorry.
You fucking hired me and said this is a punk game, and I wrote you a punk theme song, and you said no, and something a little more jazz and swingy. So I wrote you electro swing, and you said no. So then I wrote you jazz, and you said no. And then we had a meeting, and you sent me fucking 17 songs as a reference, and I went, that's not helping me narrow it down. We had one meeting. You said, oh, when I said jazz, what I actually meant was funk. And then the next day I sent you what became our theme song.
I don't remember any of this. Sounds fake.
Anyway, you don't have to.
Why do you talk about Dungeons and Dratinis?
So every other Thursday, I run a D&D game set in the Pokemon universe, but in a different realm. It's called Dungeons and Dratinis. We actually just started. We had a little mostly self-contained short shot that was mostly proof of concept, because the system to adapt Pokemon types to D&D literally came to me in a dream, and I'm like, this could work. Let me abduct like 5 of my friends and make them play it and see if it does anything, and it worked. So that's every other Thursday on Books and Lunch on Twitch. Just find me on Twitch, Books and Lunch, and yeah, we start at 7. It's another game of young adults because they don't have responsibilities and their bodies work. Like, they can just lay on the ground and it's fine. And they are fucking disasters. Like, you think we're disasters? We can open doors. Matt Cam in the chat was part of it. We miss you, Matt. You're amazing. But no, you're like fostering turtles and it's the cutest. So please come check us out. I think that's really the only other thing I do.
Also, check out @ShadowRaven on Twitter for lots of social commentary on intersectional social justice issues. Thank you.
That's
Nuance.
true. I do yell a lot on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
I just thought your caps lock was broken.
Do you want to go?
Always. He always wants to go.
I will put earrings on to take them off.
Elise, talk about your stuff, and if you don't mention certain things, I'll do it for you. So.
I might have to let you, because I don't know.
Brains and bars.
Yes, if we're thinking about the same thing. My other side hustle is my rap group, Brains and Bars, which I have with my bestie, Just Jill. Hi, Jill, if you're listening, and hi, Jill, if you're not listening. She is just the greatest, and you all wish you could be like her. We have a
We do.
SoundCloud, Brains, the letter N bars on SoundCloud, and also Instagram. I think it's Brains N Bars Music. We have just a few songs up there right now. We are going back into the studio at the end of September to finish tidying up all of our songs. So we'll have a full album probably mid-fall for y'all. And you can enjoy such classics as Booty Bandit.
Booty Bandit, Booty Bandit. It's a fucking bop, y'all. You really need to listen to it. It's really, really, really fucking good.
The thing I am most excited about Booty Bandit is I have an actual clip from David Hayter, who is the voice actor that plays Solid Snake from the Metal Gear games, sampled on it.
I'm familiar with him. Yeah.
I purchased from him at a convention, so it is genuine grade A Solid Snake calling himself the Booty Bandit, and I just could not be more pleased.
I'll take
I've
20.
never played a Metal Gear game, but I have a huge crush on Solid
Don't
Snake.
worry, we'll have a 4-hour conversation. I'll fill you in on all Metal Gear stuff.
Advanced Ben 2E, to address your question, it does indeed slap.
It does.
Oh, I get the
It could slap this booty all night long.
I have
Let's
we
go with
have
that.
like a I guess a beta version of it right now, but
A beta booty?
the new one has.
That's what I'm
Solid
calling
Snake, so-
mine.
Beta booty?
Yeah, well, actually, it's the alpha. The beta will come after surgery. Caro, it's your turn.
Well, hello. I'm Caro. I've become Midwestern for no reason. Okay, so things that I'm doing right now. So I have a production company called Incantrix Productions. So you can find us on the web at incantrixproductions.com. Almost all these folks, Nuance has not yet been in one of our productions, but I'm sure will once the world has theater again. Incantrix does interactive theater, and yeah, that's not a thing that's currently happening, but we have a lot of productions that are kind of like waiting in the wings for there to be safety and security before we all go back to the theater. But that's very much an in-person theater company. I am also involved with, I am the CEO of Boston Fig, which is a nonprofit that's dedicated to fostering the next generation of game creators. Check us out on the web at bostonfig.com. We are looking about how to make virtual events happen, because we're really good at making live events happen, but virtual events are a totally different whole set of things. So we're looking towards later in this year to launch a virtual event that is in support of indie game creators and helping kids who do not normally have access to creating indie games to understand that they can and should be making indie games. That is a thing that is possible for all peoples. I'm also involved with the Playable Theater Project. Playable Theater Project is a nonprofit that is dedicated to trying to foster creators who are making interactive theater experiences all across space and time. So if that's the thing you're interested in, hit me up. And along those lines, there are a lot of different interactive theater companies that I'm involved with writing and or acting and or some form, which include Mirror World Creations, Hanging Lantern Studios, Jackalope Studios, Sinking Ship Creations. And I am going to be helping with the tech for live streaming for the Slaughterhouse Society, which is a burlesque performance troupe. And the first show that I'm helping with is coming up on September 11th. And it should be absolutely freaking amazing. So it's at twitch.com or twitch.tv/Slaughterhouse Society. And I think that's all the things that I have.
They literally had to write it down just to make sure they got
Yeah,
everything.
Kara does a lot of things for a lot of different companies, both LARP, interactive theater, and otherwise.
Oh,
I could explain Metal Gear in a shorter
hours a night,
period of
baby.
time.
I don't
Anyway.
under how.
Sorry.
Like,
Hey,
that's-
it's my turn. It's my turn. It's all about me.
Yeah,
Also-
fasttimesdnd.com.
also- We had a request from the chat, and that is
We
for our
do
substance.
not. We have
And
an anti-request.
I am slightly slurring my words because I am tipsy, but I am perfectly willing to do an Irish accent to do this.
Oh, y'all doing
Hi.
Irish
We're doing
accents
our road
now.
No, we
now.
could
Yeah,
handle
not.
that there.
Everyone,
Good boy.
everyone,
Are we
everyone.
insulting
I
nuance?
let you have your time. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Alright,
It's my
fine,
turn.
fuck it. I don't give a
Very
fuck.
well.
It's all about me. It's all about me.
Uh-huh.
Me. So you can find me on the internet at Persephoroth, and also, obviously, I am the DM of Fast Times at D&D High, which is my current and biggest project. You can also see me streaming on twitch.tv, twitch.tv/Persephoroth. I'm Persephoroth everywhere. If there is not a Persephoroth present, it means that I'm not there. Except for a few things. Like I did close, going back to my real accent, I did close my Persephoroth AO3 account because ain't nobody need to see my fanfic. So
New Patreon goal.
new Patreon goal, read my old Voltron fanfic. No, thank you.
I'll do it in an Irish accent too.
Praise Shiros.
You'll do it in an Irish accent, will
Oh,
you?
I'll do it. I'll
Will
do
you?
it in an Irish accent there. It'll be just fine.
No one likes you, Derrick. Except
You
me.
don't have,
I
you
adore
don't
you.
have to.
That's not true, Derrick.
I'll
Don't
just
listen.
fucking read your shit for you.
I don't like
Anyway,
you, Derrick.
anyway,
Fuck off
now
to Cork.
Now, to make all my friends shut up, it's time to do a giveaway.
Woo!
All right.
Do
So
all the
let's
giveaways.
outline, just so we're honest about how this is doing. We have a Google Sheet with all the entries. I double, triple, and quadruple checked to make sure that there were no duplicates. Made sure that everyone was on there from the hashtag FastTimesDND. What we're going to do is use Google's randomizer function to select different numbers because each one is entry is numbered. After that, we will be checking to see whether all the rules were followed, namely that they've followed Fast Times D&D, and if they have not, we will select a different winner, essentially. So I have no idea what order we're going in. Wren, you're going to decide what order we're going in. For prizes, I mean.
Let's do the sponsored ones.
Okay, who wants to run the randomizer?
I can do it. I have the
Cool,
thing.
just
I have it set up.
type in Google randomizer.
Hold on, I got it. I got it. I have it.
Excuse us while we have technical difficulties.
Oh, no, these aren't technical difficulties.
You're a
Don't-
technical
No.
difficulty, Derrick.
Don't bring us
That's
back
fair.
to the dark times, Derrick.
It's
I'm
I
very
have-
tipsy. Mina Scarlet, yes, the Voltron fandom is rough. I am no longer part of it, and I have not
Okay.
been since that terrible. Well,
Alright,
we
I
won't
have
go into
Twitter up, so I can do the double checking.
The first number is 73. Which
70.
Is at Matthew.
Oh wait. Do you know how many numbers there were?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. 73. That means that
Matthew.
Matthew Raccoon has won. What has Matthew Raccoon won?
Come on down.
Well, hold on.
Set of
Is it
dice.
Mr. Raccoon? Matthew Raccoon?
We're doing the individual
Yep, they follow us.
D20s, right?
Excellent.
No, I thought we were starting with the sponsored ones.
These are the sponsored ones, so this is a randomized set of dice from your wizards.
Okay, let me write that down.
Actually, no. Your Wizards has gotten back to us.
Oh, you
And-
know what we're getting?
We know what we're getting.
Sick.
The blue speckled sandstone dice, and the is it the amethyst? Oh fuck, that's closed.
Cool, they've won the blue speckled sandstone dice set. Yay to Matthew Raccoon.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, so
Next.
so the other sponsored one.
The next one is 26, which is soul_haru.
Hold on 1 second. I'm having some difficulty. What was the number?
26.
26. So you said Soul Haru. And what has Soul Haru won?
Soul Haru has won the Amethyst Leaves and Vines full dice set, sponsored by your Wizards.
That was good. That's like that. That was nice.
Ren, have they completed all the necessary information?
Yes, Soul Haru is eligible.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
Okay, now what's next?
Next comes the 4 individual D20s that are based on yours, all of us from the all cast from the podcast. Derrick does not get a D20. He's
No,
not
I got
special enough.
I got invisible ones because the best thing that you could do for your audio engineer is use a fucking dice app.
Okay, so
Ooh.
we need to
I'm gonna do-
decide
That was
which
a read.
character is first.
Cecil.
I like that.
Cecil.
Lord
Cecil.
Sunsil.
Lord
Sunsil.
Sunsil Quensil. Okay, so what number we got?
So number 6. So
That's a
Alanator.
Lantorth or Alanator. That sounds right. 333. Are they eligible?
Can you
Are
read that
they
again?
eligible?
Alan.
There are links in the Twitter, and not the Twitter, the sheet.
I don't have the sheet open. I just have Twitter open.
Hold on 1 second while we
I'm
get
sorry.
Ren the sheet.
Alienator? I think it's Alienator.
I'm sure whatever it is, it's fine. It's not mispronouncing someone's real name is bad, but Twitter things are complicated. Okay, so Ren, please click this link in the Zoom chat and then select their screen name because you already have Fast Times account open.
Zoom is on my other computer. Crap. Okay, we're good.
We're very organized people.
I have 3 screens open. There's a lot happening.
We love
Look,
you.
we're pretty.
Alienator.
That's
Look how pretty we are.
look how pretty we are.
Just look how pretty we are.
I am
Get closer. Get closer to the camera so everyone can
Can't even
see.
see myself.
day of
Oh, I'm sorry.
How do I
Yes,
know?
The viewers can
Alienator
see you
follows
still, my love.
us.
They can see me. I'm right here.
Oh, and they have said really nice things about us on Twitter.
Oh, so they're eligible?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
They have won
The Cecil dice.
the Cecil dice.
Stencil dice.
Oh,
Cecil 20. And next up,
is the Hudson die.
woo!
guaranteed to be your buddy during any game.
It
the
says
best
fucking
thing.
yeet on it.
Yeah.
What, really?
Yes, it does.
sure do.
Is the one just
Yeah, specifically we chose that one because it says fucking yeet because Hudson swears surprisingly a lot in combat. Anyway,
It's number 50, which is Eldritch Eduardo C.
Eldritch Eduardo C. Are they eligible?
Working on it.
Buffering.
Oh my god. How the can we
Buffering.
fucking talk about why your robot needed to say the word buffering?
Buffering.
Yes,
Don't-
they follow us.
Yay, and they have won the Hudson Yeet dice.
Don't use those for combat, use them for perception rolls only, please.
Oh yeah, that's for your own good.
Yeah, if they're blessed by Hudson, they're going to have really good perception rolls because Hudson is very observant and emotionally intelligent because there are different types of intelligence in the world. Fuck you, ableist fuckers. Anyway, who's next?
Also, just because that's how the dice are.
What is the next character die that we're giving away, please?
It's Ollie.
Ollie.
Ollie. Ready? Oh, this is perfect. It's number 13.
Oh.
That is Triangulo
Triangulo
Tex-Mex. Oh, I know who that is, I think. I'm pretty sure they're following us.
Nacho.
Like nachos.
I love it.
Wait,
I gotta
what?
say, those obsidian dice are real fucking
Wait,
sticks.
why did we just say nacho? That sounds like a microaggression. What
That's what
was
it
going on?
says.
It says on their Twitter
That's what
profile.
it says on their
Oh,
Twitter
thank
profile.
God. Okay, I was like, what is going on? Okay, hi, sorry. I'm
Yeah,
Jewish.
the
Chips and
name
cheese,
the
fight me.
name is listed as Nacho. So congratulations.
So I
Nacho.
just got these dice from your wizards, and you can't even see them on the thing, but they're really, really cool.
They're really
Oh,
pretty.
wait, but Caro, could you roll a few
Yeah,
like right
go
on
ahead.
the table,
Just-
just so?
Do it.
Just right in front of the microphone if you wouldn't mind.
Just,
Oh, yeah, no, that'd be
make Sure
great.
it's, like,
Just
nice
for
and
Derrick.
loud for Derrick. I rolled a nat 20.
That's your second nat 20 today. Okay, moving on. Who is next? We have
These guys
the
love
the
me.
Surrey dice.
Surrey dice.
I was gonna say,
We
like, there are exactly 4 of us. We've gone through 3.
Y'all, okay, stop.
Nuance.
We
Say
really
when.
need to keep track of this.
When?
Number 2.
Annie.
Oh, it's a Neek! Oh my God, a Neek, you won!
Oh, it's a
Get your
It's
get
a neat.
wallflower
Oops.
colored dice.
A Neekster.
I can't
I
read.
was recently on a stream, Josh Simon's Games Horizons, which is sponsored by Mage Hand Press, with a Neek, and you've won Surrey C20.
Okay, so what do we have left to?
Just
gra-
the grand
just the
prize.
grand prize. Okay.
I think we should all drum on the table.
We have 2
Or
grand prizes. No, we have 1 grand
Counter
prize.
offer.
1 grand prize, yeah.
One grand prize.
Okay,
Don't
who's
ever.
winning the Dicor glass dice that represent the rest of the campaign?
No, Sephi,
They get a
to
choice.
choose.
They get a choice of which.
Oh,
which
we've
die.
changed this so many times. I'm very pretty and very tipsy. Ignore me. Who's next?
So,
Ready?
hold on, wait. I'd like to explain just so we
Okay,
have it
so
all clear.
Sephi, I've got a randomizer rolling a
Go.
million numbers.
Go.
Number 16.
This is to choose either a full set from either any one of those characters or the pretty dice that we have for the campaign itself. It's your choice.
Number 16.
is
Yeah.
Elzarla.
Yep, they follow us.
Woo! You have won the grand prize.
Congratulations!
Your choice.
Okay,
Yeah.
before I lose complete and total track of all this chaos, we will be in contact, specifically Wren will be in contact with each one of you to coordinate shipping information. We will be ordering these dice directly from your wizards and sending them to you to make sure that there are, as little transfer as possible because COVID is still a concern. We would have ordered them and sent them directly from us, but we've arranged something with your wizards to make sure this is happening, and we will make sure those dice get to you as soon as possible. So we'll be in contact, and congratulations to the winners.
Tweet us your rolls.
Yeah, tweet us your first rolls with these dice when they come in.
I want to see a video of someone yeeting Hudson's dice. Just make my day.
All right, y'all. That's it for us on this live stream. It has been an absolute pleasure. I am a complete and total sloppy mess right now, and everyone else is worse than me because I'm prettier than them. Bye,
I got a tolerance.
everybody.
And
Yes, some of us know how to drink.
Next
Yeah,
episode, next
get on our level,
Wednesday.
scrub.
Pew, pew.
Yes, remember, and be sure to say tell all your friends that Fast Times will be updating for the next 2 weeks in a row.
What episode are we going to end on? Is it
7.
Seven.
We will end on 7, and then there will be a week break, and then we will resume normal updates.
which will be episode
8.
8. Okay, but episode 6 has some real good moments.
No, I mean,
Okay, no spoilers. Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Great seeing you. Have a good night.